ooh, missing my mouth. Hi, my name's Lucy. I'm a specialist paediatric dietitian, and we are here today on the sofa with Mel to talk all about weaning, feeding, and general mealtime questions.
So one thing I've noticed is that he is trying to use his cutlery. He gets really frustrated, put the food onto the spoon. He can use it, he can hold it properly, but he just cannot get that scoop action. And then he just goes straight for his hands and it's everywhere. How do I sort of support him with cutlery use?
Very, very common at this age group where they're starting to develop the skills to spoon feed. When you're loading the spoon for him, which is a really great way, again, of supporting self-feeding for children and giving them some autonomy, that's brilliant. What you're looking at is that skill development around the action of scooping and then bringing it to his mouth, which actually seems quite straightforward, but is a skill he's still very much learning and developing and will continue to learn. There's this sort of myth that children should know how to use a spoon by like 1. And honestly, we expect children to be quite proficient with their cutlery use, including a knife, fork and a spoon by 7. So he's still very young. You know, there's plenty of time to practice.
When he says 7.
Even though as parents it can feel really frustrating to sit there watching him do it wrong and we want to intervene and correct. The best thing you can do is show him, not tell him. So use your spoon to show him. A few days, really show him that action and see if you can get him sort of copying. The other thing to say is don't steal the struggle. So when he's doing it the wrong way, it is all part of the trajectory towards learning how to spoon feed. Really frustrating to watch, but don't worry about it too much. Just keep modelling and showing him what to do. The other thing is to think about the cutlery that you're using. So I find children might struggle more so with spoon feeding when they've got very long handles and they're like, ooh, missing my mouth. You know, something that's silicone that tastes soapy. Also at this age, they're going to grasp in their hands, so short-handled cutlery is a really good idea.
He quite likes the dip it because he can sort of spin it around, you know, when he's got yogurt and he can dip it in. And I think he likes that because he doesn't have to scoop with it.
The other thing to say is defaulting to hand feeding. Really normal. Even when he's proficient with a spoon and even a fork, the quicker and easier way of getting it in, and is great from a sensory development point of view, is hands. I know lots of parents get really frustrated about that. Again, really normal. Leave them to it if they're going to do that. So just to summarise, when we're thinking about spoons, thinking about ergonomic cutlery that's good for kids' age, so fatter handles, twin handles. Think about model, show multiple times, perhaps a little bit over exaggerated. And the third thing, as counterintuitive as it feels, is leave him to it. Let him learn. He will get there in time.
Thank you so much for answering all my questions. It's honestly made me feel so much more relaxed about it, and actually that my child is normal, because you do panic.
Of course you do, and then you try and fix it. Thank you so much for all your questions and being so honest. I know it will have been so helpful for so many families because you are not on your own. If you found it helpful, please drop us a comment below and feel free to drop any questions that we can answer when we're back in clinic.